Welcome to Conversations with Garmamie. This is episode 8. Our guest is...
Hey everybody! My name is Marina Bruno. I'm 19 years old. I'm an indie filmmaker and I'm the creator of Wandering Pictures.
Yes, indeed. And...
So, for those of you who don't know, I have written and directed a total of 7 official short films. All of them are available to watch on my wonderful channel.
her films are about all types of complicated, complex characters, simplified by a string of simple moments framed to juxtapose the sophisticated thread sewing their stories in interesting yet equally odd, yet oddly relatable in more ways than one, with potentially ironic pent-up predicaments postulating the unexpected in a series of tangled twists, leaving you entertained and probably smiling. From a reckless yet relaxed driver racing to the finish line, to a former hitman recalling his alleged first kill, to a girl finding herself being followed by a slightly sinister individual with seemingly hostile intent. But wait, there's always that unexpected, clever, and interesting twist. My guest is Marina Bruno, and she tells us about her films and her journey into fictional visual storytelling. What's this film about, this recent film?
The short film or the feature? Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah. The one in Digi60?
Yeah, oh no, that one was failed.
Yes,
yeah.
That's my newest one. Mm-hmm. That one is about a reckless driver who races to the finish line. That's all I can say.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Yes, and It wasn't a fail. It was a really good. It's called failed.
Yeah, it's called.
It
right.
wasn't a fail.
Right.
How long have you been in? How long have you been doing films for?
I started making my official short films. Like, I started Wandering Pictures when I was 16, when I made my first short film, which is Run. But I've been making videos ever since I was 3 years old, pretty much, because my dad's a filmmaker. So he's been teaching me everything ever since I was little. He always made films, so I would act in his films. So I've pretty much my whole life. But yeah.
What kind of films did your dad make?
My father, he's made several short films. He filmed some of them when he was younger in Argentina, and he filmed one in Costa Rica, and I think in Canada as well. And a few years ago, he did his first feature film that I acted in when I was 10 years old. I'm a kid, so he's working on that. This film's going to be released soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what do you enjoy the filmmaking process?
Yeah, I love it.
What do you love about making?
Everything. I love coming up with the idea. I love writing. I love filming. Like, being on set is the funnest thing in the world. And editing is also the best part, because that's sort of when everything comes together. So it's like when the magic happens, and then I like watching them. Yeah.
What? So you like all aspects of?
Yeah, literally everything. Yeah.
Is there one in particular you don't enjoy?
That's a hard one. If I had to pick my least favorite part, oh man, I can't.
So you love it all?
Yeah. Well, I guess the hardest part is coming up with the idea, because you literally have to start from nowhere. So that part can be kind of tedious and boring. Like, you just have to sit down in a room and literally just think. So I guess that part, but everything else, I can't. It's all so much fun.
Can you tell us about your first film? I think it was called. It's called Run. Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about how you came up with the idea and production and how you got actors, so on and so forth. You're in it, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Run. I don't really know. Well, I guess when. That summer, it was the summer 2011, I believe. My dad was always pushing me to make a short film, because I was always making these stupid videos with my friends, and my dad's like, why don't you make an actual short film with a beginning, middle, and end, and a big production and everything. So I was like, okay, yeah, that might be a good idea to do for the summer. So I for the idea, I said, well, I guess I'll act in it, and then I'll have my 2 friends act in it, which they're also actors, and one of them's into film. The 2 other main characters, which is Megan Wing and Jesse Reinbold. So I'm like, hey, I'll do a story with 3 friends or whatever. And I run a lot with I put on my headphones and I listen to music and I go running. And I always usually think of my ideas when I'm running. So I thought, hey, why don't I do a movie about a girl who likes running and listening to music? So then I guess it just started from there, and I just pieced it all together. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How long is the film?
30 minutes.
Can you give us kind of a sell us on the film? Well, give us a summary of the film.
Okay, so the film is about a main character. Her name is Tia, and she loves running. She loves having fun or whatever, and also she has her two best friends, which are Penny and Marianne. And these three girls are super poor. They live on welfare.
Where's this set?
Oh, it was filmed in Ottawa, but it's set in California because I filmed some of it in California. There's one of the shots I run by like the Hollywood sign. Yeah. And even
cool.
Do you watch the show The Office?
You know what? I don't, but I
okay. Well, I was at the location where they filmed The Office. So there's like one shot where I run by the Office building because that's like my favorite show. So
really,
yeah. It was a lot of fun. But so the film is set in California, but it was filmed mostly here in Ottawa. So yeah, there's these three main characters. The two friends, they are sort of into drugs and doing all this bad stuff. And the main character, Tia, she doesn't like that, so she kind of wants to pull her friends away from that lifestyle and sort of encourage them to do something better with their lives, like run and, I don't know, stuff like that.
So she's a positive influence.
Yeah, I'd like to think of her as that to her friends. And so the plot point of the film is that she finds a flyer that says that there's a triple race, which is teams of 3. They have to race, and then there's a big cash prize money. So she's like, okay, I'll do that with all my friends. I'll train them, and we'll race. And so yeah, the story's about the process of them sort of training for this race, and her friends are sort of lazy and they don't like doing it.
They're not into it. Eh?
Yeah, they're not into it. The main character kind of has to encourage them and force them. So
incentivize them with the money.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Now,
So,
how long did it take you to put that together?
Honestly, I don't remember too much. It was really long.
How can you not remember?
It was 4 years ago. No, I know it took us 2 weeks to film. It was really guerrilla filming. We just went to any location with a camera and we just shot it. But and I think it was about a month or 2 weeks to a month of pre-production, and then we filmed it in July, August. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And did you send it to film festivals? What? So you published it on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube.
Right.
Yes.
Is it an exclusive YouTube thing as far as online publishing, or is there an intention to get it out to film festivals? Yada yada.
I did submit it to some film festivals, but I thought it would be able to get into like these huge festivals. I sent it to like the Chicago Film Festival, but it didn't get into those festivals. But it got on YouTube, and it's also on Amazon to rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you made money from it, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I got like 1 or 2 rents from it, so I made like $2. Yeah.
This is off your first work.
Yeah.
Right on.
But yeah.
I just want to move on to Waste of a Fall.
Sure.
Tell us about this short and what inspired you to make Waste of a Fall.
Okay, Waste of a Fall is a 6-minute thriller about a girl who is cycling along in the forest, and then she finds herself being followed by this creepy man. So yeah. And
you clearly don't want to give away the.
Yeah, I can't give away too much.
Right. No, I appreciate that. I watched it. I wasn't expecting the ending.
Yeah. Okay, good.
You know? And I noticed. I guess we'll get into with your films. There's always that twist.
Right.
You know, and it's always. I mean, for the ones that I saw, I saw 4 of them. There's always that twist.
Right.
What? Why do you do that? I dig it.
What
is it about?
I think a short film. I don't know. There's something about a twist that just brings everything together. It kind of gives a reason to the whole story, especially with short films, because I think with short films, when you only get 5 minutes, you don't have enough time to sort of have a beginning, a middle, an end, an arc for all the characters, plots, and this and that. So the best, I always think that the best way to sort of make like a round story is to have sort of a twist at the end, and that kind of gives it a good like finale. A film that inspired me with twist endings is, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called The Lunch Date.
Never seen it.
Okay, it won the Oscar a few years ago. It's black and white, but YouTube it, The Lunch Date,
Right.
and it's amazing. It's really good.
So you like those, and it's a short?
Yeah, it's a short film, yes.
Okay.
I think it's about 10 minutes long.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So in that, I'm not going to give it away, but it's I really liked it. And
Thank
you know
you,
what's
thank you.
funny? You know, I always, watching it, I noticed something didn't make sense.
Right.
Obviously, the guy is a very creepy person.
Yeah.
And it translates well, you know,
Uh-huh.
as far as the creepiness, yada yada.
Right, you think he has the wrong intentions, right?
He does.
Yeah. It
and-
appears so, right.
And for those who haven't seen it, he does have the wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
intention. But beyond that, like you know the part where, so you're riding on the bike and
Right.
you fall down,
Right.
and Buddy runs over and tries to help, and you're almost very like, get away from me! I don't
Yeah,
need your help.
right.
At that point, I almost felt like. We understand that you don't know this person.
Right.
Blah blah blah.
Okay.
It was almost, the emotion was a little too strong.
Okay.
And I don't see that as a criticism
Okay.
at all. I'm saying
Right.
as a viewer, I'm like, hey, that's odd. Why is she so? We understand that she's afraid of this
Right.
stranger.
But why is she trying to get away right away, like so quickly?
Do you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Considering
Okay.
She
Yeah.
fell. So she fell. So she's probably embarrassed.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So she's embarrassed, but here's someone trying to like check up
Help
on
her
her
out.
and say, hey, are you all right?
Right.
But she's like, no, get away. So at that point, I'm like, a flag went up in my mind.
Right,
Thinking,
okay.
like, wait a minute. There's something
Why is
more.
she so cautious?
Yes,
So
yes,
like
yes.
automatically, right? Yeah.
There's something more to it. And
Okay,
by the time
okay.
I got to the end, I was like,
yeah.
and the
Awesome.
guy, the
Right.
guy who plays that, the last scene was just really cool.
He's an awesome actor, huh?
He is. I felt he really fucking delivered. Excuse my language. He really
That's fine.
delivered. You know what he was.
Yeah,
doing.
he played he portrayed the character perfectly,
Right.
and we
right.
didn't even rehearse.
No
Yeah.
way, that was all improv.
All, yeah.
More
Well,
or less.
it was written, but
Right.
we didn't have a rehearsal beforehand.
Cool.
We just went and filmed. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So how long
Awesome.
did that take for you
To film?
Yeah, to put that together.
Oh, the whole thing?
No, just the filming.
Okay, the filming was just one day.
Okay.
We started from 8 a.m. and finished around 4 p.m. the evening. And yeah, that was it for filming. Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah.
moving on to another one I saw. I saw this a couple of hours ago at work, actually.
Okay.
So it was a short circuit.
Okay.
And this one here, again, there's that twist.
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
And you want to tell us what this film is about? What?
So Short Circuit is about a really bad driver who he finds himself being bullied after offering to lend a hand to this guy on the street who that his car sort of burnt out.
And in this film, I found myself at first again like, here's a guy trying to lend a hand,
Right.
and he gets completely rejected to a point of like, you know, creating confusion in the viewers.
Right.
As a viewer,
Sort
I'm
of like, why is this guy so mean, right?
Yeah,
Like, why
yeah.
is he such a bully?
it didn't make sense.
Exactly,
To me.
yeah.
But by the time, again, you know, when
Yeah.
you watch it in full completion,
Yeah.
you're like, wow, no wonder he's that pissed.
Yeah.
Because God knows how many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, just out of curiosity,
Yes.
how many times, throw a number out, how many times do you think he went around asking this? I'm just like,
Let's say 7 times.
7 times.
7 times.
Wow, I'm surprised. He was pretty close to getting
Punched?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
was expecting violence. Speaking of, bus going by.
No.
Speaking of
Punches?
fighting, yeah.
Right.
My so I've seen. I watched Failed. I watched Waste of a Fall, Short Circuit. My favorite one was Up a Blind Estate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I have a few questions about this
Okay.
one, but first, tell us about it.
Up a Blind Estate is about a real estate agent who finds himself in a really dangerous situation when he finds a thief in the property that he's inspecting. So he doesn't know what to do. He's like, oh my god, there's a thief. Like, should I get him? Should I stop him? Should I call the cops? So a fight breaks out.
Right. Now, on the fight, I dig this one.
Right.
My question was, did someone choreograph the fight?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, so how much time did you take in choreographing the fight?
Oh, a long time, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because I storyboarded the whole thing.
Okay.
So usually my process is I write the script, I make a shooting script, which is sort of like written, explaining the shots and the movements of the characters, and then a storyboard. And then for this film, actually, I also did a diagram of where the characters are going to be running and where they end up in different sort of situations. So, but yeah.
How did you come up with that? I know you just mentioned your process here, but the fight scene itself. What inspired? Are you a fan of combat sports? How did you? Because I look at fight scenes.
Right.
For me, I look at them critically.
Right.
And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, hey, you know what? That's almost realistic enough for two guys who are probably not they're not fighters.
Right.
Se.
They're not. Yeah.
But the way the fight rolled out was very natural. There was a natural flow in the fight.
Yeah. Sort of clumsiness. A little bit.
Yeah, clumsy but realistic.
Right. Okay.
Like if a fight were to break out right.
Right. Yeah.
That's how it would look like.
Right.
As opposed to like some epic combination and
with
ninjas
and karate and flips and everything.
Yeah,
right.
and with the blood and so on.
Right.
So, can you talk to us about the setting up the fight choreography? What?
Honestly, I just thought of it in my head. I don't know exactly how I came up with the moments and
did you have the actors run through it and position them in one way and say, hey, do this, do that,
after I had it on the storyboard and I had the fight in my head. On set I explained to the actors sort of what was going to happen in the whole fight scene, and then we did it step by step for the shots. Like, okay, so for this shot you have to run here, and then he jumps here, and then this shot you punch him and push him off, and so we did it step by step, shot per shot. But as far as developing the fight, when I wrote it, I just sort of did what came to mind. Yeah, I just sort of envisioned it, and then I kind of put the camera, and then I just wrote it down, I guess. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about moving on now to
Okay.
Chocolate Milk? I just want to get some of your other...
Okay, sure.
Tell us about Chocolate Milkshake. This is an action-based
Yes.
short, yeah?
Chocolate Milkshake is 30 minutes long, and I filmed it a couple summers ago. And it's about a hitman who recalls his first kill. And so the story follows him when he's younger on his journey to find this guy that he needs to kill. And he sort of comes across different obstacles and different characters, and yeah.
Tell us about Civil War. I haven't seen Chocolate Milkshake.
Okay.
But I will.
Okay.
And Civil War. But I skimmed through it.
Okay.
Quick. So tell us about Civil War.
Civil War is about a man who he's living in the middle of the woods by himself, and he's a lonely person. He's really sort of isolated, and he decides to shoot this little bird who's singing in the trees.
Why?
Because why?
Okay, whatever.
Well, I guess the bird is bothering him. The beautiful singing, the beautiful nature is bothering him, so he wants to kill it. He wants to,
Yeah.
He's an evil person. So he kills the bird, and then he ends up being attacked by an unknown enemy with sort of bullets and explosions and, sort of an action scene.
Is he an angry person?
He's an angry person,
Is he an angry bird?
Yes.
That was
He
fucking
plays Angry Birds, though.
Does he? Out of all these films, so you've done 8 films. Out
Yes.
of all these, which one is your favorite one and why? If there was one film
Okay.
that you were going to show to a producer in
Right.
Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, wherever,
Bollywood.
you know, etc., which
Right.
one would it be?
If I had to pick one,
Which one exemplifies as far as you as a filmmaker in terms of your skill
Right.
to tell a story? Which one it is? I know it's whatever, but
um,
I'm putting you on the spot.
right. Well,
She's sweating.
yeah. Oh, I don't know what to pick. No, as far as the story, I'm most happy with, I think, Short Circuit. I think as a whole, every element of the film, I'm most happy with my newest one, Failed. Because I think with this one, I took everything that I learned from my past films and I sort of applied it to this one. So I feel like this is, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I think this is my best
Yeah,
work
you are.
so far.
Well,
No.
You should.
No.
So
But yeah,
what you're saying is
Yeah.
that each time you make a film, it gets better and better.
I like to believe so, yeah, because I'm learning new things, right? I make a mistake in my previous film. I sort of try to avoid that in my next film, right? So, and I like to experiment with new elements and everything.
So I was looking at some of the numbers for your films, and there's a lot of views.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
There's a lot of comments, a lot of feedback. From
Yeah,
people,
yeah, it's awesome.
A lot of support. What is from a marketing, I guess, point of view? What is your objective as far as getting these stories out there? What are you trying to create?
I just want to create a body of work that people can watch and enjoy. You know, and if I can make someone laugh and sort of make their day, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I feel like you can project a lot of positive energy through film, right? You can influence sort of minds and everything. So I want to have a positive influence, I guess, with my films and sort of make people laugh. I don't know.
Well, what genre of filmmaking are you doing?
I do different types of genres. I do action, thriller, drama. My favorite's comedy. But yeah, also I haven't done horror yet.
You haven't done horror.
No.
But some of these would have aspects of maybe not brutal horror.
Right.
But I mean, there's some violence. There's some
I like violence.
So you've built, it appears to me like you've built, correct me if I'm wrong, like some following online.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of interactivity with people posting comments.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
awesome.
on.
It's awesome.
How are you promoting, beyond the obvious of publishing
Right.
online, how are you plugging your stuff? Is there an overarching plan? Is there?
Yeah, I've actually, the past year, I've been spending a lot of my time just concentrated on promoting my stuff. So I have my main Facebook profile, and then I have this other one that I sort of joined over 200 Facebook groups that have to do with film.
Wow.
I'll just type film, and then there's a group that says indie film, so I'll join it, and then one that says short films, so I join it. So it's kind of like there's a niche audience, right? There's sort of that interest. I want people who have an interest in film, and I've just been posting my stuff there every time, and also on Twitter and on Instagram as well.
Did you have a team as far as people to help you with promotion and marketing?
It's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah, and then also my actors and my friends and stuff, of course, share everything. But yeah.
I've noticed some of the actors are there's a couple of actors that you like to use in
Right,
some of
recurring
these.
actors, yes.
Right.
Right.
So do you You don't like working with other people? Or?
Yeah, I know. I have like no, yeah. Like I of course love working with new actors and everything. But I also find myself working again with the same actors that I work well with, and I know that they deliver well and that they're gonna portray the character perfectly. But yeah, of course, I love meeting new talent and working with different people.
A decade from now, where do you see yourself in terms of film and filmmaking?
Honestly, my main goal is to just produce and create feature films. I have no idea where I'm going to be. Usually, when you plan something in life, long-term plans, it always ends up changing because life happens. Everything, it's so subject to chance. So things always happen that you don't expect. So my goal is to just keep making films and to work harder than ever in the next years. Yeah.
Who are your main influences in terms of filmmaking?
Of course, my father. But Tarantino is my all-time favorite director. Have you seen his films?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Tarantino, I think he's the absolute genius. Obviously Steven Spielberg, and a film that I recently saw. It's a new film. I don't know if you've seen it. Birdman.
No.
It won the Oscar this year.
Really? What is it about?
It's about a washed-out actor who he wants to put on this play in Broadway.
Okay.
And it takes place in New York, in the Broadway stage, and the entire film is one shot.
No way.
Yeah. I think it's the best movie I've seen in my life. It's unbelievable. So that film is a huge influence to me. I totally recommend it. It's unbelievable. Michael Keaton works in it. Google it. And it's amazing.
What overall? What do you think of Ottawa as a creative city and as a? Did you grow up there?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you, as a creative person,
right?
In the scene, what do you think about Ottawa as a filmmaking community?
At first, before when I was younger, I really didn't like Ottawa. I thought it was really boring. It was just a government-driven city, right?
It is.
Yeah. It's just all government, this and that. So I was really bored here. But then just recently, like this year, I was like, you know what? I'm sort of judging the city too much, but I've never really been involved with anything here, so I can't really judge. So I decided to get more involved with the community and sort of be part of these Ottawa festivals, and I love it. Like, I think it's so awesome. Yeah, obviously the artistic community in Ottawa is rather small, but a lot of the people here are like so passionate and they're so dedicated to filmmaking, and they're all so talented, and it's actually really inspiring. Like, I'm beginning to love Ottawa.
So so you're happy with this community?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Have you tried other cities as far as the film community in other cities like Montreal or Toronto?
Well, of course, Toronto is like the place to be for film. I visited, but I haven't really been. Involved in the film community there, just because it's more. It's bigger. It's more. Sort of. What is it? It's not indie. It's.
Established?
Yeah, like
more formalized, more established.
Yeah, what's the opposite of indie?
Some might say
like
professional.
Yeah, professional, I guess, but yeah, because they have like Bell Media,
Sure.
MTV, all this is like in Toronto, of course.
Now, on that point, are you reaching out to, in terms of promoting your work and whatnot, like, are you reaching out to these big media films and whatnot?
Yeah, definitely. I like to promote all around the world.
Are you reaching out to producers? What are you doing in terms of Are you not doing that? And I'm not judging. I'm just
No,
asking,
sort of sending my scripts to produce.
Okay, look, you got 8. You put out 8 films.
Yeah.
Say someone producer type stumbles upon
right,
and might say, hey, I'm interested in this person and their work.
Right.
But sometimes it's like it's a never-ending networking and self-promotion game.
Right.
Are you engaged in that type of game, or what strategy are you?
I haven't approached. Actually, I did. Bell Media, they sort of have this program where you submit a screenplay and then they fund your film for Bell Media, and then they distribute it on the movie network and this and that. Right. So I did apply to that for Cotton String. That's what I last year when I was sort of pre-producing it, and I couldn't be accepted into the program because it has to be it can't be your first time feature film. Yeah, there's a certain criteria. So obviously it's more for professionals who are more established. But I did have a meeting with one of the project managers in Bell Media who saw my work, and sort of I sat down and talked with them. But yeah, as far as like professional producers and stuff, no, I haven't approached them. Not yet, at least.
Are they relevant and or important? In this day and age, right? Because the landscape, like in all sectors, are always evolving.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many examples where even cuts in broadcasting in this country. There's always been plenty of cuts.
Right.
Even from journalism to entertainment.
Right.
How does that leave someone like you, who's a creative type, who's on the indie scene, quote unquote, but producing work? Well, what does that leave you with next? I know I'm flooding.
No, that's fine. It's definitely a big advantage with social media, with YouTube. Like my generation, we have it way easier, you know. I don't think approaching producers is as important or relevant today as it was, say, 20 years ago, right? Okay. Because distribution, producing, everything we have it at our hand, like at our fingertips, right? We have the internet, we have cameras that are affordable.
Much more affordable.
And everyone has a chance. You see these YouTubers who are making tons of money just making YouTube videos, right? They don't need a professional producer, they just do it themselves. So it's definitely evolving in a way that independent film is... It's growing. It's getting better, I guess.
Now, where can we find your work? And if someone wants to reach out to you and blah, 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 where can they find you?
So I have my main YouTube channel, which is Wondering Pictures. All my videos, everything is there. And then we also have the Wondering Pictures Facebook page that you can like. And every time we post something on YouTube, I'll post it on the page. And then there's my Facebook profile that you can follow. It's just Marina Bruno. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Instagram is Marina Bruno Films. And that's where you can find all my stuff. I know, it's just so interesting. You guys are all probably like, but Marina, we want to know more. No. I am so bored. What the fuck am I doing right now? So thank you all for subscribing to my channel and supporting our work. It really means a lot. Aww. No, really though, like I'm finding a little audience who I can share my work with, and hopefully my audience can grow. That's all up to you guys, you know. If you subscribe to my channel, if you share it with everyone, then that would be really the only help we need. Follow me on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and follow me on Instagram. Let me tell you something, this photo ain't gonna see the light of day until I see those subs. So you're probably wondering, Marina, why do you want subscribers so bad?
Cool.
Pretty much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to seeing more
Thank you.
Films.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.